3 minutes left. Archangel Michael says a letter is coming, a letter that changes everything. Inside it is your name, written in golden ink, and a secret you were never supposed to know. A truth about your inheritance, hidden for years, but now it's finally time. Open this before it's too late. Beloved soul, I know this will sound strange, but heaven has been waiting for you to read this exact moment. Do you feel the chills down your arms? That's not coincidence, that's confirmation. Archangel Michael has been standing behind you, wings open, holding a letter so powerful that even the angels trembled when they first read it. This isn't ordinary news. This is divine property. Your name has been whispered in heavenly courts, and now a mysterious envelope is arriving. Not through a postman, but through prophecy. If you ignore this, you may miss the only key God left behind for you. You were chosen for this, not because you're perfect, but because your soul carries something sacred. You feel it, don't you? The ache, the longing, the unshakable sense that something is coming, something big, something destined. That's not imagination. That's divine memory slowly waking up inside you, and today Michael confirms it. You have a hidden inheritance, one that someone very powerful tried to bury, but heaven is unburying it right now. And the shocking part, you won't believe who sent it. They cried your name last night from beyond the veil. Archangel Michael heard it. He couldn't ignore it. He flew straight into God's chambers and pleaded, "Please, Father, let me deliver this message personally. If they miss it again, they might miss the very reason you created them." And God said yes. So here you are, reading this at the perfect second. 3 minutes left until something irreversible is decided, but there's still time, just enough to say yes. Do not underestimate what this message holds. Archangel Michael isn't warning you out of fear. He's warning you out of love, because what's coming isn't just a letter. It's an unlocking, a revelation, something that's been spiritually signed, sealed, and waiting for you in the divine realm. Now finally ready to manifest into your physical world, but only if you're listening. And beloved, before we go any further, pause for 1 second. If your heart is still beating fast, if your eyes can't look away, that's a sign. That means this is meant for you. So please hit subscribe, because Michael isn't done speaking, and the next message might carry the final instruction to claim what's rightfully yours. If you skip, you won't find this again. Now, back to the letter. This isn't an envelope you find in the mailbox. This is a spiritual decree from someone who left this world but didn't leave you. They had to wait until heaven gave them permission to speak, and that permission came just hours ago. Michael is not only delivering it, he's protecting it, because dark forces do not want this truth revealed. There are people, even relatives, who never wanted you to know what was hidden in that letter, but heaven overruled them. Your name was carved into a heavenly scroll, And the angels are now activating what was delayed for decades. They tried to give this to you once before, but you were too heartbroken, distracted, surrounded by the wrong people. That's why it never reached you, but Michael says, this is the last time it will be offered. If they open this, their entire path will change. You don't even realize how close you came to losing it all. But God intervened, and you know who sent this letter. Someone who used to hold your hand as a child. Someone who called your name in their final breath. Someone you still dream about even if you pretend not to. That person, yes, them, is the one who begged heaven for this message to reach you because there's something you never knew about your birthright. Something that would have changed the way you look at your entire family. And now it's time you find out. Michael stands with a sealed scroll, glowing with divine fire. Not everyone is allowed to see it, but for you, he's opening it slowly, carefully. And the first words written inside will make your hands tremble. It says, to the one I loved the most, I left everything for you, but they tried to hide it. I'm sorry you suffered so long. That one sentence was written by a soul you never stopped loving. They're not gone, they're watching. And tonight, they asked Archangel Michael to give you this truth. Not to scare you, not to overwhelm you, but because you needed to step into your divine assignment. You've been living under a curse of confusion, thinking you were forgotten, but that was the illusion. The truth, you were the heir you always were, and now the clock is ticking. Do you feel the urgency, the way your soul is shaking? That's because you're standing at a divine doorway, and Michael is holding the handle, but he can't open it unless you do. You must say yes. You must not skip this, because what's behind that door? It's not just a miracle. It's everything that was stolen from you. The peace, the protection, the provision, the love, the answers, and yes, the inheritance. Not just money, not just land, but spiritual inheritance. The gifts you were meant to walk in, the identity that was hidden, the truth about who you are, who you've always been. Your ancestors knew this, but somewhere along the bloodline, it was stolen, rewritten, hidden, and now heaven is correcting the record. But there's a cost. You can't go back to pretending. Once you read this message, you'll see the world differently. People around you will sense the shift. Some will hate it. Some will envy it, but a few will finally tell you the truth they were too afraid to admit, because this letter exposes everything. And what's written at the bottom of the scroll? Protect this one, for what I left behind belongs to them and only them. No one else. Michael is standing with tears in his eyes. Yes, angels cry when they see a soul who has suffered unfairly, who has been lied to, tricked, cast aside, but still kept going, still prayed, still hoped. That's why you're being rewarded, not because of perfection, but because of perseverance. God sees that. So listen carefully. Within the next 3 hours, you will either align with this miracle or unknowingly walk away from it forever, not by choice but by distraction. Michael says your phone may ring. You might get invited out. You may feel tired, irritated, restless. That's the enemy trying to interrupt the delivery. But if you resist, if you just stay long enough, you will be given everything heaven promised you. And what's inside this inheritance? Oh, beloved, it's more than money. It's land, it's keys, it's names, it's legal justice, it's restoration, it's closure, it's answers, it's letters. Old ones never sent. It's memories you never got to hear. It's gifts you never got to open. And heaven is tired of watching you suffer without them. Michael says, enough is enough. My sword is drawn. The lies are finished. It's time. You're not crazy for feeling like something big is coming. That's spiritual discernment. You were born for this. You were born to carry something heavy and to finally be rewarded for it. Then listen closely, because this part is where most people look away. But you, beloved child, you were not born to turn your back on heaven. You were born to carry heaven's message on earth. And right now, that message is being handed to you like a flame, precious, fragile, eternal. Please don't blow it out by skipping this, because what comes next will make you cry, but it will also make you free. The letter was delivered through fire, through prayer, through angelic resistance. It was supposed to be blocked. There were powers that worked overtime to keep this moment from happening. But Archangel Michael fought for you. And I mean fought. There were celestial attacks on your name. Someone in your bloodline tried to erase you from the book of inheritance. But Michael stepped forward in the courts of heaven and said, "You will not erase the one God has chosen. I will deliver the scroll myself." So now he stands before you, his robes glowing with golden light, holding that exact scroll. And it's heavier than paper. It holds decades of truth, generations of secrets, and one divine name, yours. You've always felt like something was missing, haven't you? Like there was a room in your life that no one ever opened. Like there were conversations you were never allowed to hear. That feeling wasn't wrong. It was divine insight. God was whispering the truth inside you before anyone on earth could admit it, because the truth was dangerous to them but life-saving for you. Now listen. The person who sent this letter from heaven is closer than you think. They've been trying to visit you in dreams, in songs, even through strangers. That time someone said your name with strange affection. That moment you found a feather where no birds fly. That chilled down your spine when you passed that street. It was all them, sending you breadcrumbs from beyond. But today, they finally broke through, and when they were granted just one letter to send you from heaven, they didn't write pages and pages. No, they wrote one short, powerful line that Michael reads to you now. You are the only one I trusted. Please don't let them bury what I left for you. It's not just an inheritance, it's a trust, and heaven is waiting to see what you'll do with it. Will you rise into your role, or will you believe the lies spoken about you? That you're not ready, not worthy, not chosen. Beloved, those lies are crumbling right now because God says, "You are the only one I trusted." And when God trusts you, no demon in hell can deny you. There's money, yes, large money connected to this inheritance, but there's also land, real estate, documents. Something was signed in your absence, and Michael is showing you that signature now. It's familiar. It's someone you loved, someone you lost, someone you would have died for. They didn't forget you, they saved you. They moved pieces behind the veil to make sure you, not someone else, received the final blessing. And now, someone on earth is getting nervous. They can feel the energy shifting because spiritually, the scroll has already been opened, and they know that if you discover what's written inside, their secret is exposed. That's why strange things have been happening to you lately. Unexplained stress, strange dreams, sudden arguments. That's not random, that's spiritual warfare. Michael says they've delayed you long enough. The letter was sealed with wax from heaven's altar. No one can break it but you. And the moment you fully accept this truth, the moment you align your soul with this message, things will begin to change faster than your mind can comprehend. Sudden financial shifts, unexpected calls, property deals being reopened, old wills being revised, family members acting strange, documents surfacing. And someone, the very one who tried to erase you, will suddenly reach out, pretending to be kind, but you'll know the truth this time because you've seen what's written. You know what was promised. You are no longer the forgotten one. You are the named heir. This message won't stay open forever, and Michael is begging you now, please, don't leave this unfinished. If they walk away again, the divine door will shut, and the inheritance will remain suspended. He doesn't say this to scare you. He says it because he loves you, because he stood next to the soul who sent you that message. And he saw how much they wept when they realized you had no idea what they left behind. But now you do. Now you're aware and heaven is watching. You might be thinking, but what if I'm wrong? What if this isn't for me? Beloved, the very fact that you're reading this proves otherwise. Do you really think heaven would allow you to reach this message by mistake? No, this is divine orchestration. Every second of your life led to this moment, and this is your confirmation. The angels are repositioning the stars around your destiny. That's how serious this is. You've crossed into a holy time. The number 3 has been following you because it's a divine code. The Holy Trinity, the threefold blessing, and now the 3-minute warning. There is someone standing outside the heavenly gates with your name in their mouth. They still speak blessings over you, still cry for you, still ask God to forgive the people who wronged you, and still beg Michael to get this message through. Now it's here, and now the choice is yours. Will you stay numb and scroll past, or will you lean in and open your heart fully? Michael has one more thing to read from the scroll. A name not yours, but the name of the one who tried to steal what was yours. And when he reads it, you'll remember something. A conversation, a look, a suspicion, and it will all click. You were right. They were hiding something, but they can't hide it anymore because heaven is lifting the veil. Michael's sword is cutting the final seal. The inheritance is yours. The power is yours. The truth is finally yours. Then take a deep breath, beloved, because what's about to be revealed may shake you, but it will also restore you. This is no longer just about the inheritance. It's about the divine truth behind why your life unfolded the way it did. The betrayals, the loneliness, the sudden setbacks, the strange delays. You thought it was bad luck, but heaven says no, it was spiritual sabotage. Archangel Michael's voice is steady now, but his eyes are fierce. He's seen the timelines, he's reviewed the records. He stood in the room when your name was erased off the first will. He saw how someone you trusted, signed over what was meant to be yours. They smiled in your face, but behind closed doors, they whispered lies to manipulate the future. And Michael, he never forgot. That's why he fought for you this week. That's why this message reached you now, because this is the final window. The divine reversal has begun, but if you miss this hour, it may delay another 7 years, and you don't have 7 years to wait. You were born to break this generational curse. Now you see, this isn't just money. It's spiritual authority. If you claim your inheritance, you don't just get wealth, you get clarity. You get back the relationships that crumbled. You get healing in your body. You get angelic protection that wraps around your home like light. You get guidance so sharp you'll know exactly who's lying to you and who's sent by God, but only if you say yes. The inheritance includes a property, a real one on paper, somewhere with a key hidden in a box no one has touched in years. Michael shows me the image now. It's dusty, locked, hidden in a drawer that someone swore you'd never open. But now that drawer is glowing. The angels are surrounding it because it's time. And in that box, a photograph, a deed, a memory, and a final letter. It says, "To my beloved, I saw what they did to you. I tried to stop it. This is all I had left to give. Don't let them take it again. This is your reward, not just for surviving, but for loving even when no one protected you." Michael's voice breaks when he reads those lines. And if you've made it this far, it's because your heart was made for this moment. Others would have given up by now, but not you. You stayed, you listened. You were chosen for this. And now something holy is being transferred into your spirit. You may feel heat, chills, a heaviness in your chest. You may suddenly remember old dreams or a place you haven't visited in years. That's not random. That's heaven activating your divine GPS. It's recalibrating your life so you can find the very place, the very promise you were meant to receive all along. And yes, someone will try to stop it. They always do. But this time, Michael will be standing in their path, God has issued a divine block on anyone who tries to interfere. They will not succeed, not this time, because you have finally aligned with heaven's clock, and everything stolen is returning to you, multiplied. You might start receiving calls, emails, documents, dreams that feel like instructions. Michael says, follow the signs. Your steps will be guided. Your spirit will know. You'll feel an unshakable pull to make a decision, and it will be the right one because this time, your soul is being reconnected to divine timing. Heaven is so proud of you. Michael says, even when you cried alone, even when you thought no one cared, even when you said, God, do you even see me? I was there. I was recording every tear, and now I'm turning them into compensation, into restoration, into reward. Let that sink in. This inheritance isn't only earthly, it's eternal. It's the moment your identity shifts. You are no longer forgotten. You are no longer the outsider. You are no longer the one they pitied. You are the chosen one, the one who holds the scroll, the one whose name was protected in heaven even when it was erased on earth. There is a line written in the book of life. Michael reads it aloud now, and the angels lean in to listen. And on this day, the seal shall break, and the air shall rise, and everything hidden shall come to light. This day was prophesied, beloved, even before you were born. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. This was hidden on the 52 miles of shelving in the Vatican. I didn't expect to attract abundance so easily with this manifestation prayer. Just a few minutes a day was all it took to manifest $3,000 in 1 month. This is not just any manifesting prayer, though. It comes from the oldest gospel in existence. This gospel has been hidden on the 52 miles of shelving in the Vatican Library for centuries. The prayers inside it are powerful and ancient. A chance meeting with a renegade priest brought the manifesting prayer in this gospel to light. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. You can access its manifesting power right here. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. The person who sent this letter from heaven saw this moment in a vision, and they wept with joy, knowing that one day, even if it took years, you would finally see it, feel it, and believe it. You're not here by accident. You're not crazy. You're not making this up. This is real, it's spiritual, it's timed, it's yours. And if you're still unsure, go back to the last thing they left behind. A piece of jewelry, a picture, a note, a scent. You'll know what I mean when you see it. That item carries energy. It was the final clue. They knew this day would come. They prayed for it, and now it's here. Then stay with me, beloved, because Archangel Michael hasn't finished unfolding the divine scroll. And the final part, the part you're about to hear, will shift something deep inside your spirit. It's the part that reveals the hidden enemy, the buried truth, the divine reward, and the heavenly confirmation you've been secretly asking for. Right now, time is bending. Michael says the 3-minute countdown has already begun in heaven. But here's what most don't understand. When God counts down, He's not rushing you. He's aligning you because divine moments don't wait for human hesitation. They arrive exactly when your soul is ready and not one moment earlier. You weren't ready before, but now you are. Now your spirit is open. Now your heart is softened. Now the angels have permission to deliver what they've been holding back for years. So listen closely. The one who betrayed you, the one who smiled in your face and blocked your blessings behind your back, is about to be exposed. Their name is on the last line of the scroll, but Michael isn't giving it to you out of revenge. He's giving it to you so you can finally break the tie, because without knowing who delayed your inheritance, you'd always keep doubting your worth. But now, with the truth unveiled, you'll never question yourself again. Michael reads the name. You feel it in your gut. You've suspected this person before, but your love for them clouded your judgment. You kept giving chances, kept being kind, kept praying they would change. And they didn't. But it wasn't your job to fix them. It was your calling to outgrow them, and now you finally have. You're no longer bound to what they said. You're bound to what God wrote about you. And God never lies. He declared your worth long before anyone else tried to define it. And heaven says, your reward is not delayed. It's being released in the next few days. You may begin noticing strange synchronicities. People from your past suddenly reappear. A lawyer's name you've never heard before starts showing up. Someone close to you starts acting nervous when inheritance, property, or will-related topics come up. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. Michael says you'll receive 3 signs within the next 72 hours. Write them down. Don't ignore them. They are keys. The spiritual locks are being removed from your destiny, and what you'll step into will look nothing like what you've been through. You'll walk differently, think differently, speak differently, because now you're no longer living in the dark. You know who you are, you know what you carry, and you know who in heaven fought for you to remember it. The letter, the divine inheritance, is not symbolic, it's literal. Something physical is coming, something that holds value, weight, and transformation. It may be in the form of money, a house, an item, a voice message, a bank transfer, or even a person arriving with unexpected news. But it's coming, and heaven will make sure it reaches you. But only if you remain in alignment, only if you don't skip this moment, only if you guard your spirit from the distractions that are about to come. Because the moment you say yes in your heart, fully, boldly, unshakably, everything will move. And the last line of the scroll, Michael closes his eyes and reads it slowly, almost like a prayer. To the one I loved most, if they are reading this, it means heaven won. Give them everything I was never allowed to say. Give them everything I left behind. I trust only them. And with that, the scroll glows, the seal breaks, and your name is permanently written on the book of divine inheritance. This is not just a message. This is a spiritual unlocking. The wait is over. Archangel Michael has spoken, and the letter is now yours. Then let your heart stay open, because what Archangel Michael is about to say will complete everything. This is the final layer, the last whisper from heaven, the moment where you decide if you'll walk into your divine inheritance or turn back to a life that was never meant for you. Michael stands still now, the scroll fully open in his hands, glowing brighter than before. The light isn't just from heaven, it's from you, because you've aligned, and now you're activating the inheritance. The inheritance you're about to receive isn't just a result of blood. It's a result of obedience, of resilience, of pain that never made sense. Michael reveals that the things that were taken from you, the relationships, the chances, the peace, they weren't accidents. They were interceptions. Someone spiritually blocked you. Someone whispered prayers against you. Someone lit candles in the dark asking that your name be forgotten. But heaven never forgot, and now every attempt to erase you is being reversed. Every moment of confusion is turning into clarity. Every no that crushed you is becoming a divine yes, because God always saves His greatest rewards for those who endure quietly. You didn't scream for attention. You didn't beg people to believe in you. You waited, you grew, and now you're being crowned in silence. The letter includes a divine map, no, not one with street names, but one with spiritual instructions. Michael says you'll feel them like instincts. You'll know what steps to take, where to go, who to talk to, what door to knock on, what paper to sign. Trust it. It won't feel logical, but it will feel right. That's the angelic confirmation. And beloved, prepare yourself, because people around you will start to act strange. Some will distance themselves. Some will try to pull you back into old habits. Some will suddenly start asking you questions about your family, your finances, your future. Michael says, don't reveal everything. Some people are not curious, they are watching. Some are not celebrating you, they are testing you. Protect what heaven gave you. This inheritance isn't just about wealth, it's about wisdom. God is placing power in your hands because you've proven that you won't misuse it. You're not greedy. You're not selfish. That's why you're being trusted. That's why you're the one reading this and not someone else, because only a few can be given this kind of spiritual access, and you, beloved, were chosen. Michael says one final thing before the scroll closes. Tell them this. If they knew who they truly were, they would never beg for love again. They would never question their path again. They would never lower their light again, because they carry something that even the enemy fears. And now your angels are taking position. Your inheritance is in motion. Your future is shifting, and your soul, it's awakening. This letter, this message, is your release, not just from poverty, but from pain, not just from doubt, but from destiny confusion, and not just from generational curses, but into generational blessing. Your children's children will be blessed because you said yes today. Michael folds the scroll now, but the energy still lingers. Why? Because the scroll may close, but the portal it opened in your life has just begun. Expect visits, expect dreams, expect downloads in your spirit at 3:33 a.m. Expect money to come from strange sources. Expect the unexpected, but do not fear it. Heaven is taking care of you now. And the person who sent this message from beyond, they're smiling, not because they're gone, but because they finally reached you. And now their soul is resting because their final mission is complete, all because you opened this, all because you stayed, all because you listened. Now it's your turn. Live like the air you are, speak like the air you are, walk like the air you are, and remember, Archangel Michael is still standing behind you, sword drawn, wings stretched wide, watching, protecting, delivering. And when they ask how it all changed, you'll smile and say, it all started with a letter. And now, beloved, there is one final word. Heaven has asked Archangel Michael to give you a secret that's been hidden since before you were even born. Michael speaks slowly now, not because he's unsure, but because he knows this is the moment where everything clicks into place for you. He leans close and says, "You were never supposed to struggle this long. Let that sink in. You were never supposed to go through such chaos alone. You were never meant to carry those silent battles while pretending you were fine. What happened to you? It wasn't heaven's plan. It was interference, spiritual warfare, people who saw your light too early and tried to dim it, generational jealousy disguised as concern. And for a long time, you believed their words more than God's truth, but not anymore. Because now the light has returned to your eyes and Michael sees it. He sees your soul remembering. He sees the divine codes within your spirit activating. And heaven is rejoicing because after all the pain, after all the setbacks, after all the silence, you finally know who you are. You are not broken. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are inheriting. And now that you know, you can't unknow. You can't go back. You can't live as if this message never came, because it didn't just come to inform you. It came to anoint you. You are now the custodian of a divine inheritance that includes a shift in your finances, unexplained favor in legal matters, protection over everything with your name on it, restored dreams, sudden forgiveness, a call from someone who was silent for years, and divine insight. The ability to sense when someone is lying to your face. Michael calls it spiritual radar, a gift only activated when you've been lied to long enough. And now that yours is online, your circle may grow smaller, but your peace will multiply. And this is important. The inheritance you carry now is not just yours. It's for the people watching you, the ones who secretly admire your strength, the ones who don't have the courage yet to believe in miracles. They're watching to see if this is real, and your breakthrough will be their proof. Heaven didn't just give this to you for you. You are the vessel. When you walk in your blessing, others will realize that they too were never abandoned. You are the sign. You are the symbol. You are the reminder that God remembers. And Michael wants you to say this out loud tonight, even if it's just a whisper. I accept my inheritance. I forgive those who tried to block it. I am ready for the life heaven wrote for me. Speak it, feel it, breathe it in, because as soon as you do, you will notice something changing in the air. A stillness, a peace, an energy wrapping around your room. That's not imagination. That's angels sealing what was just given, protecting what was just activated, covering what just awakened inside you. And now Michael steps back, his message delivered, his promise fulfilled, but he leaves you with one final instruction. Do not forget who you were before the world made you doubt it. Go back to that. That is where your power lives. That is where your miracle begins. And beloved, the rest of your story, it's going to be glorious, because the letter that was hidden is now yours. The secret that was buried is now exposed. The inheritance that was delayed is now released. And the angels that were waiting are now rejoicing, because you made the right choice. You opened this, and heaven opened everything for you in return. And so, beloved, as heaven's winds begin to settle and the final echoes of this sacred message ring through your soul, Archangel Michael offers one last, silent bow, not out of duty, but out of love, because you didn't just listen. You received. You didn't just open your eyes. You opened your spirit, and that changes everything. You have no idea the ripple effect this moment just caused in the spiritual realm. A chain has been broken, a curse has been lifted, a forgotten promise has been reactivated, and your name is now surrounded in light. Michael looks at you now, not as a stranger, but as a divine companion, the one who has watched your story unfold from the shadows, holding back tears every time you questioned your worth. And now he smiles, because you finally see what he's seen all along. You were always worthy. You were always chosen. You were always the rightful heir. So much of your pain, beloved, came from not knowing that. But now you know, and nothing, no one can take that from you again. The spiritual inheritance has been claimed. The letter has been opened, and the soul who sent it, they are dancing in heaven. You may feel them tonight in a breeze, in a whisper, in a flickering light. That's not coincidence, that's confirmation. That's their way of saying, you heard me. Thank you. And Archangel Michael, he's not going anywhere. In the coming nights, he will continue to watch over you. He will place divine signs in your path. Feathers, numbers, unexpected faces, old songs. These are not small things. These are sacred reminders that your inheritance has been activated, Your timeline is shifting, and your future has been rewritten by the hand of God Himself. From this day forward, watch how people treat you differently. Watch how the atmosphere changes when you walk into a room. Watch how you suddenly say no to things you used to tolerate, because when heaven crowns a soul, the world can feel it. And you, beloved, you've just been crowned. So here's what happens next. Expect sudden justice in a matter that's been stuck. Expect money from a direction you forgot about. Expect a phone call that starts with, "You're not going to believe this, but..." Expect your energy to rise, even if nothing around you changes, because your soul knows the shift is real. And when doubt tries to creep in, just whisper, "Michael already delivered it. I have nothing to fear, because from this moment forward you walk under divine covering. Your home is protected, your future is insured, your blessings are chasing you now. And the one who once plotted against you, they will have no choice but to watch your rise, not in revenge, but in revelation, because your life is the message now. You are the proof that God makes no mistakes. You are the evidence that heaven always delivers, even if it takes years. You are the walking letter, and the scroll, it is no longer in Michael's hands. It's in yours, signed, sealed, delivered. And now, beloved, as heaven's final light wraps gently around your spirit, Archangel Michael whispers the words that were once forbidden to be spoken aloud. Words that carry the full weight of every miracle you were denied, every truth you were shielded from, every blessing that was delayed. He says, you are not just the heir. You are the keeper of what was lost. Let that echo in your heart. You are the keeper of sacred things, of ancestral prayers, of divine blueprints written before time began, of a future that someone else tried to write in your place but failed because your soul refused to die, because your heart still whispered yes in the dark. Because even when your knees were shaking, you still stood. Even when you were unseen, you still believed. And heaven took notice. You see, child, this wasn't just a message. It was a transaction, a heavenly agreement, a spiritual unlocking. And when you reach the end of this scroll, something ancient opened. You'll feel it in the silence, in your sleep, in the way strangers look at you differently, in the sudden clarity that fills your mind. You'll wake up one morning soon and realize you're not the same, because heaven cannot touch a soul and leave it unchanged. And heaven just touched you. Archangel Michael turns now slowly, his wings stretched wide like golden fire, shielding your future from the spirits that once tried to bind it. And in his final gaze toward you, he says something that breaks the veil. This wasn't a warning, this was an invitation. And you answered. And that's what separates you from the rest. Others saw the signs and scrolled past. Others felt the pull and still doubted. But you heard the voice and leaned in. You listened, you trusted, you said yes. And now heaven is rewarding you in ways even your imagination hasn't caught up with yet. What's coming is unexplainable. You'll receive emails with words like approved. You'll find papers with your name that were once lost. You'll have people apologize out of nowhere. You'll sense the air changing in your home, heavier in peace, lighter in confusion, because the atmosphere is responding to your alignment. And beloved, never again will you walk in fear. Never again will you chase people to understand you. Never again will you lower your frequency to match rooms you've outgrown. You are ascending. You are activating. You are now the living fulfillment of a heavenly promise. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Do you really think you can handle $1 million? Most people think they can handle sudden wealth. Not true. In fact, over 70% of lottery winners lose everything. Why? They can't handle wealth. Seems stupid, right? How hard could it be? It's not hard. You just need to be responsible and disciplined. If you believe you have these two qualities, then this is a sure way to make your first $1 million. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Go here to see how. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. So tonight, when the world grows quiet, do this. Light a candle, close your eyes, place your hand over your heart, and whisper to God, "Thank you for trusting me with what others rejected. I am ready. I receive this, and I will never, ever skip my miracle again." Then listen, because you just might hear Michael's voice again, not in thunder, but in stillness. And it will sound something like this: "You've finally arrived, and we've been waiting for you. Now the scroll is closed, the message is sealed. The angels are singing, and your new life, it's already begun. And now, beloved, as the stars above you begin to shimmer with new purpose, and the realm between earth and heaven glows faintly with golden breath, Archangel Michael speaks one final time, not with warning, not with urgency, but with a deep, eternal calm. His voice now carries the sound of completion, of destiny fulfilled, of your name written, spoken, protected in the language of angels. Because you didn't just hear this message, you became it. You are the living scroll now, the walking miracle, the whispered answer to prayers that were spoken by someone long gone but never forgotten. They always knew you would see this day. That's why they trusted the angels. That's why they trusted Michael. That's why they trusted you, because they saw something in your spirit that others never took the time to understand. And heaven never missed it. You may still feel unworthy sometimes, still feel too broken, too confused, too far behind. But let Michael tell you now, once and for all, there is nothing wrong with you. You were just waiting on your right time, and this was your right time. The final inheritance isn't a thing, it's a truth, a remembering, a divine awakening that says you are loved, you are safe, you are home. Now that aching you've been carrying for years, it starts to dissolve. That shame you buried so deep, it starts to fall away. That weight you were never meant to carry, it's being lifted even now because you opened the message, and that single act rewrote the script. Heaven is already rearranging things for you behind the scenes. People are waking up with your name on their heart, feeling the sudden need to reach out. Documents are being placed in envelopes with divine timing. Keys are being moved closer to your hands. You'll begin to feel protected in places that once drained you. You'll feel drawn to things that align with your highest self, because your inheritance was never just about receiving. It was about becoming the person your ancestors prayed you would be, becoming the version of yourself who doesn't shrink, becoming the reason future generations will never suffer the way you did. Michael's final gift is not gold. It is not property. It is sight. The ability to see things clearly now, to see who's real, to see what's right for you, to see what's next, to see you. The version of yourself that heaven always knew you could be. And as you walk away from this message, you are not walking alone. You are walking with scrolls written in light. You are walking with angels that won't let you fall again. You are walking with the full weight of heaven behind you and nothing ahead but miracles. Tonight, you sleep differently, not in fear, but in fullness. You will dream of water, of light, of wind, and those are signs because the storm is over. The letter has arrived. The seal has been broken, and your life will never be the same again. You are not just receiving an inheritance, beloved. You are becoming the living proof that heaven keeps its promises. Dove sparkles. Now it is done. Archangel Michael has spoken. Heaven has delivered, and you, child of destiny, have finally answered.